Live. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the weekly Echo. The weekly look back. He's making noise. They're clicking and something, but yeah, Dollar is trying to figure out his audio at the moment,
Oh,
and
yeah, I'm
there he is.
here. That's probably my
Okay.
sensitivity. Let me just
All right, so
here.
yeah, we are back this week, and there we
There
go.
we go.
Ooh, and I just realized I have pub comms on, so give me
I
just
had
one
to
minute.
turn up my sensitivity there.
That goal is good in
You're
the background there.
probably
There we
hearing
go.
me breathing.
Yes.
You're probably hearing me breathing.
Uh,
That should be fixed now.
So yeah, we are live now, and welcome everybody again. As I said to the Weekly Echo, the weekly look back at the week in VRML. We are back again with Dollar, Ryan Rhino, and Zedith. What's going on, guys?
What's
What
What's
happened?
up?
How you feeling
Yeah,
about your
what
picks this
happened?
week?
Pretty
Kind of
terrible.
confident,
Dude, great.
except for like
Uh,
one of
I'm gonna
them.
be Ryan. No
yeah,
problem.
Ryan and I probably did pretty bad. Let's see how
It's okay.
this goes.
And
We
for
pretty much
anybody
went the same.
For anyone in chat, you're more than welcome to join. And I see QL saying there was no audio. There was no, because at the moment I brought us live, I realized I didn't have the pub cam running. So yeah, but as I was about to say, yeah, voice channel is open tonight if we're gonna be going over one of your games and you want to hop in and talk about it, or if you just want to hop in and hang out, or rep
Or
something,
as Ian
or
put it, troll another team's
troll on
game.
other teams. Yeah, throw some shade, whatever you want to do. It's all welcome within reason. Obviously don't go
Yeah,
too nuts.
yeah,
But
obviously within reason.
so
If you don't
yeah,
throw shade,
and
you're not allowed.
it might throw the Discord icons there when people are talking. It might throw that a little out of whack, but the names on the display will stay the same. But yeah, before we get started, I mean, you guys want to? Just if you're curious, what we're how we're going to be going over them. We go by it's that the list that Dakin pastes on the main VRML page for Echo Arena, and
Let me pull this up.
there are a handful that are removed, and I'm pasting those right now in the Echo Discord. You can see it's cut, and then the games that were cut from that list. Otherwise, we're going from bottom to top. So if you're waiting for your game, you can kind of, if you follow along with us, you'll see when we're about to get to your game. And you can hop in if you're trying to get in at a strategic time. But yeah, before we start, I don't know if you guys have any overall thoughts on the week, anything you want to soapbox about, or anything like that.
It was an interesting week. There were definitely some connoisseur upsets. Space Force
Yeah.
First Deception. That was a bit of an upset. Yeah,
I would say like the Flare Illuminati game was possibly an upset, just because Illuminati's been playing bad recently, and like I thought
people
Yeah.
were.
Flare's been on like a streak of like 3 weeks now or something. So I've been like,
Yeah,
I just thought
I
they were
think
gonna
it
get
was
speeded up.
20-9 or something
Yeah, they
like that
have.
for that connoisseur.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there
Honestly.
were a couple upsets on the week, and so yeah, some big to dos that
Space Force First Deception.
we'll certainly be getting to as we go on. So we will go ahead and shuffle on to our first matchup here, and that was Invictus versus Reboot, in which Invictus took this in two, and that is orange in two. Yep, just like that. There we go. Graphics, thanks to Palador. Palador doing a big clutch there for me here with the graphics on this. So looking awesome, and I really appreciate it. But yeah, let's see. It looks like everybody picking Invictus in two, and so that's going to be 2 points apiece to each of you there. But yeah, I don't know if I'm pretty sure I watched this. I don't remember it all that well. I think I caught the end of it. And yeah, just Invictus playing pretty strong for being a new team currently.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I don't think I have really much to say for this one. Just Invictus has been doing good recently, and Reboot, they're a decent team, but they just haven't seemed to have found their mark yet, or not exactly sure how to word it, but they just haven't seemed to figure out exactly how they want to play yet.
I mean, Invictus is a new team, but definitely not new players. So it's not surprising to see them doing well.
Yep. Same.
All right, so push on to the next. And I said on Monday that I would take care of this by today, but I didn't. So the screen says Galaxy versus 6 foot over, when in fact this is Galaxy versus 18 and under. I just didn't actually get them added to my list because I'm a bad host. But this was taken by Galaxy in 2. This is Galaxy's first victory on the season after going 0-15. They finally picked this one up and are now 1-15. They've played since week 1. They didn't start late on in the season. They came in week 1, and Kirill saying, "Dimly, you aren't casting." I'm not sure what you mean by that, but oh. No, I gotta for these guys, man. I mean, to be that persistent. Oh, a whole bunch of people just now hopping into the chat here. Kong and Mojolly. And
no,
our
matches aren't in there. To congratulate, which one won? It was Galaxy. I don't know which one won. I am here to congratulate whichever child won. Okay, I'm so proud of them and their team.
You know, that's kind of mean, calling them a child.
They are no.
Chucky Joseph, my idol. He's my best friend.
Zenith is
no Galaxy. They have been losing all week, but I don't know. I think they're a really good team just for not standing out.
Oh, they redesigned their logo
quitting
because of their first win.
Because I know if I lost 15 times, I wouldn't be too happy.
No, and that's what I mean. I mean, to keep it together and stay together as a team. I mean, there's a lot of teams that after that long, I mean, you're not going to make it that long. You're going to split up before then, and they stuck it together. We're like, nah. I mean, we're going to do it. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep fighting. We're going to go until we can't go no more. And they finally got their win. And it's a really exciting moment for those guys.
Congrats, yeah, definitely. With your 1-point lead.
So, just want to point out on the stream, Jolly's picture is in Xena's spot, and
yeah, that's just like I said. As people are jumping in, it's gonna mess that all up. As looks like Palador is now joining us as well.
Welcome back, Jolly, for the sport.
I just wanted to see make sure I'm not too late to also congrats Galaxy, because that was fun. I'm so glad we got to watch that one, and I just want to say too, the passing all week long. They had a couple matches this week. They went 1-on-1, but in both of the games, their first loss, I was super impressed with the passing, and I was kind of talking to the cast, like Dimwee and Caption, about it and things like that before their second match. I was like, Galaxy's starting to come along there. They had some really nice teamwork, and then sure enough, their next game, we saw more of that excellent passing, and it bought them the goal, as well as Chucky Joseph going off for like 1 billion points. So yes, I just wanted to join only to say that, and that's it.
They had Mizuchi sub for this one, right?
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah, this is Galaxy had Mizuchi in as a sub, and 18 and under had Autistic Gamer as a sub as well. So both teams kind of getting a boost from their subs, but in both getting a boost, kind of keeping it basically even for in simplistic terms, keeping it generally even. And there you go. The panelists figuring out how to get their names there.
Yes,
that was perfect. Good work, guys. Coordinating that. that's awesome.
Just
good work.
wait until Jay comes in.
If anyone messes us up, I swear to God.
Oh yeah, he is gonna.
We have it in safe now.
Jay's gonna appear with the zeros.
And just before we move on to the next one, Zenith picking Galaxy in 2, so we got 2 points there. Ryan Rano with Galaxy in 3, picking up 1 point, and Dollar picking 18 and under in 3. Dollar, you should feel ashamed of yourself. As we will now move on.
To be honest, I didn't know that they would have Mizuchi as a sub. We need a sub list.
No one did. You just gotta believe in the heart of the players.
I believe in Galaxy.
I wasn't sure which way.
So this next matchup, we have the Boosty Boys versus Deception, in which Deception took this one in 2. And Dollar with Deception in 3. And Ryan and Zenith both picking Deception in 2 here.
Okay. I wasn't sure how we would do because we came off of 3 losses in a row. So I wasn't sure how that was going to go. First off, I want to say Chuck is an amazing substitute for someone who hardly plays except for most beer league nights. He definitely hasn't lost his touch. I think he had 28 points, and then there were 16 assists through both rounds.
So we can safely say that Chuck carried you.
No, no,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
yeah, no. Chuck did great. He had perfect synchronization with Link. They had amazing pressure on that. Reading were pretty much with full synchronization. We had all the assists. We were getting good passes in, as you could tell by the 16 assists through the game.
Is this a
Just
game
having
that Chuck Not Norris subbed in?
Yeah,
You
this
gotta
was
pick
the
him
game
up,
that
dude.
Chuck Not Norris.
Oh, right.
Dude, Chuck is one of those players. I remember like when I was playing up some pubs and private. Like this was probably 2018. Even then, he really stuck out. I remember playing. I didn't know him before, and then there was like 1 week where
Oh yeah.
we got him like integrated in some of our like mix matches or whatever. And I was like, "Holy crap, this guy is like ridiculous!"
Oh, no.
And he did the same thing. He was putting on like just dozens of points, like effortlessly, and hitting at
Yeah.
high accuracy too.
He
So it's cool to
participates.
see him like play.
He's participated
He's
in
just
beer league a handful of times, and every single time he's one of those players. He just scores. He just scores and scores and scores and scores, and it's unreal. You're like, he's almost like a sleeper. Like you don't really expect it, and suddenly he's just throwing 12, 14, 20 points on the board.
yeah.
It's
He just
ridiculous.
he made a lot of recoveries on little things that we did. Like there were a few passes that we slightly missed, but Chuck was just happened to be there at the right spot and managed to score off of it. Or times where there was one time where Alduin, he had stunned, he managed to save it with two people on him, ready to stun him. He still managed to save it. Then Chuck grabbed it and just dragged it in. By the way, I want to say Alduin did great on goal. He got a lot of really good saves
Mhm.
and was just able to read stuff well. And so good job to him. Good job to him and
Alduin.
the rest of his team.
Yeah, Alduin,
Shout out Alduin wherever you are.
coming up out of nowhere, just turned
Absolutely.
50 like a week or two ago, and
Oh my
has
god.
is already noticed by like half the community, if not everybody, which is really impressive to do. Not many people are
He's
gonna pull
like,
that off.
I don't know.
He
He's one of
definitely
those
doesn't.
players
He
that like.
doesn't drag in his feet on defense. I don't know.
That
Anyway,
is fair.
he's super good though. Like I'm
Dragon.
another one of those.
That was a dragon pun for anybody who might have missed it, because I didn't know Alduin was a dragon thing until recently. So
I can
proud of
assume, I don't
myself that
actually-
I caught that.
I'm not actually. I'm actually positive that's a reference or not. But he is. Yeah, super good. I mentioned that in the stream.
He
too.
did.
Absolutely.
He did
What-
adopt the dragon icon on Discord.
Oh, there you go. But how often do you see players not even level 50 be that good at defense? Like when most of
Absolutely.
us stopped playing, when I started playing, it took like a year for anyone to really get that good at defense. So it's fun to see.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
We now push on to the next matchup here. It's going to be Chaos versus Catalyst, who did recently change their name to
We're not gonna mention that.
1.8288 meters.
Yeah, 1.8288 meters over, otherwise known as 6 feet.
6 foot over.
Do
yeah.
not acknowledge. Do not acknowledge.
We're not acknowledging it.
And in which case,
Catalyst.
let's see.
Catalyst.
I'm looking at the wrong one. Chaos did take this game in 3 here. Against this team, and let's see what were the bets on this. Everyone picking Chaos across the board. Excuse me on that. And Dollar with Chaos in 3. Maybe I need to get my eyes checked here. Dollar with Chaos in 3. Ryan with Chaos in 2, and Zenith with Chaos in 2. So that's going to be 2 points to Dollar and 1 piece to Ryan and Zenith.
Like I said, Catalysts were gonna put up a fight, but Chaos just ended up doing better. And also, with the overlay, make sure to change that Mamba's on Chaos when you get the chance to.
Oh yeah.
Okay, we'll get to that when I can.
Because Curry, I think it was Curry's been having headset problems, so or something like that. So Mamba's coming in and playing with them and having some fun with that. Yeah, I didn't watch this game. I don't know what the scores were. Let me check. I have the matches up. Okay, so yeah, looking at the scores,
Who cast that one?
Catalyst did good. Palador and Caption. Palador,
Oh,
you have
okay.
anything to say on that? If you're still here somewhere.
I'm
He's-
around, yeah.
Uh,
I'm just staying in the back line for the most part. But
Catalyst versus Chaos. You casted that one.
yeah, they
Caption's not
played.
here.
They played well. Catalyst slash 1.8 something or other. They played like back to back. I think it was last night. Yeah, it was last night. I'm pretty sure. But not too many. Mostly, it just comes down to, I think, chemistry, team chemistry. You know, having new players forming up, new rosters forming up. It just takes time. Some of the passes and stuff weren't going too much in Catalyst's favor, and you know, for Chaos, they had one match before that as well. They had lost, but then came back against 1.8 to basically just they played super, from what I recall, super slow in like a good sense. They were like really, really, really going for a lot of the back passes and things like that, and it just yeah bought them enough goals to win. But just chemistry, I think, for Catalyst / 1.8.
Also, pretty impressive that you were able to pull up all that on the spot. Because I know there's a handful of games that if someone was like, "You casted it, how'd it go?" I have no idea.
Yeah.
No clue. I don't
It
remember.
depends on the match. I remember that one just because it was the debut of their new name, and I remember being super. I don't know.
Oh, that was
sort of
I guess that
annoyed,
was
but
just
not
the other
totally.
day.
Me and Captain were tripping up over that so much all night long.
I'm sure.
I don't actually hate the name. I want to clarify. I'm just joking when I say that, but it is a bit of a mouthful in terms of syllables.
It is. I compared it the other day to WJHFTB, a team from Europe, and
we're just here for the badges.
WJHFTB was easier to say than 1.8288. I mean, there's just something about the way it flowed was just easier to bust out with.
Remember when Caption hopped in our chat? He's like, "No, guys, it's easy. It's 1.8288 or something." But then he tripped over.
Yeah, he kept
that
tripping
even.
over it. It was like, "Oh yeah, it's easy, huh?" Yeah. Oh,
So,
that was funny. But all right, we'll push on now to the next matchup, and that's going to be Mirage versus Space Force. And let's see. There was a mercy bet on this one. Space Force did take this in 2, but there was no mercy in this game, and that was $1 with the mercy bet. So he will be losing a point, but he did. Everybody did pick Space Force in 2.
$1,
so
we didn't
he's
go
just
for
going
it
to get
out of
1
spite.
point.
But by the way, I don't know if you caught it, but Mirage even commented on that $1 after the first round.
Yeah.
One of their players, like after the first round ended, they're like, "Yeah, no mercy. See, betting against us."
And wait, Lanson, what's this about spite?
No, it was a joke. We got up and then we were like, okay, we're gonna just chill, pass around.
So yeah, it was. I do remember it was a fun game to watch. It was. Yeah, I know. I'm pretty sure I casted this one, but I again, like I said a moment ago, I can't remember it all that well.
Yeah, you casted it with Paladora's cameraman. Or that's what I'm assuming it is, since Paladora's off to the right.
That's what it implies, but if it's just the 2 of us, it was both of us.
Yeah, it was you two. It was you two. Also, I really.
What day was this? I can't remember.
This was on Friday at 6 Pacific, 9 Eastern.
Right.
Shoot,
I think I caught a glimpse of it.
Jay messed it up.
He's not
the
listening.
overlay. Oh no.
What happened?
Jay.
Now you have
Jay
to do
zeros. Zeros like we said.
Well, I can wait. Let me.
Get out of here.
Change his
names out of his name.
Yeah,
Get
change
the
his
zeros out of his
name.
nickname.
I don't want Jay to be
His
me.
name is Jay. There we go.
There you go.
That's better.
Nice.
Oh, now he's at the bottom.
He's Zoo Walker now.
Zoo Walker. Absolutely fantastic.
We hurt his feelings.
Oh no. But no, this all right. So we'll push on now to the next matchup. This is Skull Crusaders versus Nebula. Nebula did take this one in 2, and I want to say I remember this game, but I
Not Nebula.
I can't.
Was this the last game for Nebula?
No, this was not.
No, Nebula's last game was
yeah.
a challenge match, and so it's not actually one we're going to go over.
It was
It's not on the list.
Sunday or Saturday. I think it was on Saturday.
Yeah, Nebula's that wasn't the challenge match was on Thursday, but yeah, no, this one was on Tuesday, 12-24, 24 to Nebula. 1 goal difference on the second round.
I believe it. I mean, I would imagine this was a fairly evenly matched game, and yeah, really sad to see Nebula go after this week. They were getting better week to week, and they were exciting to watch and really sad to see. Although Sweet Tooth did find a home on was it Guinness
on Jolly's
with
team.
Mojolly.
Jolly was very
Oh,
fast.
and now we have the
up.
chain and the handshake.
And Chocolate is still a free agent. So if anybody's, I imagine he's looking.
Spaghetti.
Toast is on
Toast went to
Spaghetti
sub
as
for
a sub for
Spaghetti.
now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then Kaz is focusing on combat.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Kaz is on combat, going to combat. I know Flamingo League is getting for real. But let's see. Dollar and Ryan picked Nebula in 3, Zenith with Nebula in 2. So that's
really
1 point apiece to those two.
This isn't going well for me.
Ryan,
why'd you have me go with you? Conspiracy.
Not going good.
Conspiracy. Yeah, I don't have much to say. I bet it was a even match considering the second round was 1 goal difference. It was probably down to almost the last second, and I know that both teams put up a fight. That's about as much as I can say, considering that I didn't watch it.
And I'm sure it was a really good game. These are two well matched teams. This is a good matchup here, and yeah, trying to. We're gonna push on here.
I can stall for you if you want.
If you look
I'm
at the
pushing on.
announcements, it says that the next one is another Nebula match. If you're following the order on the announcements.
Yeah, Nebula versus 6 right?
Nebula versus 6
Okay.
I have the thing right here.
Yeah,
Thursday,
so,
casted by Palador, 22:15.
Yeah, it was that Nebula in 2 there?
Yeah, that would be hold on. Yeah, that was Nebula in 2.
And so Dollar with Nebula in 3, everyone else with Nebula in 2. So 2 points to everybody but Dollar.
Hey, that means I put faith in the 6 to maybe take a round.
It's fair.
I give the other teams no faith. I'm being a bit like I said near the end. I was being a bit generous to the teams. I wanted to put some wiggle room in there for the teams that I thought would fight back, which they did.
Except when you were wrong about your mercy bet.
Yeah. I mean, Lanson said that they stopped passes instead. So,
yeah. Meatballer joining us in the chat. Meatballer famous tonight for the dings on the post that got the entire Twitch chat to turn against you in the most violent possible way.
I am sorry. It had no ill intent. I wasn't being an asshole. Okay.
He was just being meatballer, and we all understood.
I'm sorry, guys.
Who would do such a thing? No,
I don't forgive you. Yeah, I don't forgive you.
Didn't we act like I killed somebody, dude? And there
was
You hurt my feelings.
No, I will say when I did that was more reactionary than anything. It was just no. It was just, that was my way of saying I'm not gonna legitimize that one with the commentary on the goal or anything. I'm just gonna nope my way out of that one, and I let the chat do what it did and just completely turn on you. Like hard.
I've gotten so many apologies. Just in general, like, oh, we've talked to Meatballer about it. He will not be doing that again.
I mean, if you want, I'll do that in a match.
I mean, it probably very quickly turned Spaghetti into one of the most hated teams of VRML. I mean, the way chat turned was hard.
Necessarily mess with us too much. I guess we were just already kind of in a slump. We got denied a warm-up match beforehand, so we were just kind of chilling. But we gave you guys a run for your money. And
denied by who? Call outs.
Oh,
I can call it out.
We're not even on this game.
Well, I guess we will get to that one. But before we do,
can't talk about it right now.
We do have Genesis versus Guinness.
Oh, shit.
And this one, Guinness taking this one in 3.
That was loud.
We can talk about that one.
And let's see. Everyone picking Guinness in 2, except for Zenith picking Guinness in 3.
Oh my!
Wait, I didn't go for Guinness in 3.
So that'll be
darn it.
1 point to Dollar and Ryan, and 2 points to Zenith.
Hey, I gave you Guinness in 2, so. Hey, faith in you. How dare you say?
We were really organized that game. We had some good practice beforehand, and it was just kind of chilling. I don't know.
What about the loss?
The loss? What loss?
The round
1-2.
that
The
you
round?
lost.
We lost a round to Guinness, did we?
Yeah, why wasn't it 2-0?
Yeah, it was
Three.
13-8 second round.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we were just chilling. We didn't need that dub.
No, okay. So I think we were okay. This always happens. We always get stuck on something and then we don't know how to counter it, and then we figure out how to counter it and just wait until the third round to counter it. And that's what we've kind of been doing.
You can just say you were trying to give Zenith more of a lead if you want.
Yeah, this is.
Yes.
Yeah, this is a conspiracy
You're
here.
making
Ryan
me and
getting
Diller
me to
just.
vote with
I
him.
paid off all of the
Getting-
teams to let her
I just felt bad, so we just kind of sat back a little bit.
We had confidence in you to take it in 2 rounds. How dare you?
And just in case, in the chat, the chat channel is getting, the voice channel is getting incredibly full. But anybody joining late to the chat, the voice channel in the Discord server is currently open. Excuse me, to anybody who wants to join. Yeah, so there's an invite to the Discord server and the cards underneath the stream. Then once you're in here, you can join the chat channel if you so wish to talk about any of the games that you watched or any that you were in or anything like that. But we will now move on to the next matchup, and one close to my heart. This is Skull Crusaders versus Nova, in which Nova took this one in 3. And let's see, we have Nova in 2 to all the votes here.
Come
but
on, again,
also
we have faith in you
a
to take
mercy bet to Ryan Rhino. And unfortunately, there was no mercy in the game.
Oh my god.
And
Ryan.
so
This is supposed to be a God mercy game.
Ryan, you want to explain that one?
Well, I appreciate the confidence that Ryan had in us, and yeah, it was one of those games. We felt really confident coming in. This is it was our first of 2 back-to-back in a 2 back-to-back 30-minute time slots. And yeah, we that round 2 we watched it back, and we just started turning it over. Just really bad passes, and just the kind of stuff you don't want to be doing. And but to Skull Crusaders' credit, they capitalized on those mistakes, and they took that round 2 from us.
You threw it just to get us all to be wrong.
Yes, we threw round 2 just to take a point from all of you and ensure that Ryan got 0 points on this round. But yeah, but the third round we really came back strong and took it, I think, convincingly, and felt much better about it after the third round.
Go team.
Go team. But because I was talking so much, I'm not ready for the next round here.
Hold on, let me see. Which one is it?
It's N plus Ultra versus Wireless Jax.
Oh wait, both. Oh, 2 matches missing. Okay, yeah.
Oh, didn't Wireless take that one?
Wireless took it in 2, and there was a mercy. And I was actually curious about this one, so I went to go watch it.
This is the one. The first round was played. N plus Ultra played with 3 players. So it was 3v4 round 1,
and they also
had a sub. And then they got Zux back in round 2. And what was notable in round 2?
They got Citizen back.
Or Citizen, excuse me. And what was notable in round 2 is actually N plus Ultra had the lead with it was like 2 minutes and 30 seconds left or something. They were up by 7-0, and then Jax just came back with 11 unanswered goals to take it in the 2 rounds. So they did. Despite that round 1, Jax did earn that victory in round 2.
Absolutely. Oh my god.
Yeah, I was more confused by the mercy because I wasn't sure what was going on there.
Mm-hmm.
The second round, they definitely deserved that with the win. I was just more surprised by the first round, but when I saw afterwards that it was 3 versus 4 and with the sub, I was like, okay.
Also
Wireless
notable.
Jack still could have won the first round.
Also notable.
I was confused about the mercy.
Is Duller and Ryan both picked N plus Ultra in 2, but Zenith did pick Wireless Jax in 2 to pick up another 2 points there.
Zenith,
cheating. You're cheating. He's cheating.
Zenith has insider information.
Who told him this?
He broke Zux's.
He talked to all the teams. I already know.
He broke Zux's headset. Simple solution. He's the reason Zux couldn't play.
Well, either way, Jax is a stun-heavy team, and then E plus Ultra focuses more on boosting, and then that's kind of what was
Yeah.
there.
I
and
went for them in 2 though, because they do not tilt easily.
That's
They
fair.
they're one of the teams they're one of the players, like I think it was Simeon, who is known for matter that he gets, the better he does. That's pretty much all of Knee Plus there. The more tilted or mad that they get, the harder that they play and the better that they
To a
play.
degree.
Regarding Simeon, that is to a degree.
Okay, well that's pretty much Knee Plus Ultra from what I know of them and played with them. The more annoyed that they are, the harder that they try to play and the better that they do.
So, all right, we'll push on now to the next matchup. This was Spaghetti versus Guinness, a game in which Meatballer had the entire community turn on his team.
I apologize.
But was this?
This is
I didn't actually write it down. Was this? I just had to rub that in just one more time. But this was Spaghetti in 2, right? Is that my memory correct? Okay.
Yeah,
With
it was
Meatball burned
Spaghetti
at the
in
stake.
2.
Yeah.
With the 1 point
ding, ding,
difference.
ding, dimwee.
The 1 point difference. So that's, oh my god, the second.
It was so close. I saw what you guys were doing at first.
Absolutely.
People were questioning what was going on there for a second. But
We're struggling.
yeah.
We didn't have that warm up round. We were all nervous. I was fumbling it like crazy. It was a whole thing.
I swear Zenith
And
is
then-
cheating.
Yeah, people were saying that they could practically see the shaking near the end there.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about
It
Either
was
way,
close, but you did well.
either way. We
Both-
gave them a
both
run
teams
for
did
their
well.
money, considering we just had Willie join at less than a month
in
ago.
the second round.
And then, yeah, I don't know. We're a new team. They're a garbage team, and we could beat them anytime with more practice. I don't want to actually.
Hey,
No,
you-
never mind.
you
I take it
should've
back.
accepted
I take
mixed
it back.
scrim. Hey, you should have
Develop
accepted.
some more QB players.
Wait, we couldn't find any mixed scrims, and then
I mean, you could have.
we were
I was there.
offered
Toast
we
offer.
were offered a scrim. Well, 2 people.
King boys.
That's fair. I don't know.
Yeah,
Dude, look
Go
at
play pubs or something.
Supreme go.
We
I
actually
don't know
did.
if you need a warm
You
up
did?
though.
Oh god.
We
Speaking of
played
which,
one
Supreme
pub.
and Leo in the
To
background.
be fair,
I don't think you can
Education.
blame the game on a warm up because Ryan did get on literally a minute before our gang versus Kang.
I don't need your
Yeah,
sass right
true.
now. Whoever your team.
I'm just giving you some information.
This is true. I could agree.
Leo
We
and
do
Supreme
a
in the
lot
background.
better after we are warmed up. And we didn't have that warm up, and we went in really nervous, and we fumbled it a bunch, and we were making all sorts of mistakes. We're not going to talk about your offensive end on that. How
No,
many
we're
did-
not.
You,
Meatball,
how
we're
many
not,
do you
we're not.
against the goal?
We
do you
did
guys
not.
have?
We did not warm up at all. I think Isolate played like one pub.
I
and
played a
we
pub,
let them-
yeah.
Oh
we
yeah,
let them
Isolate played in
out.
one
That was
pub.
our first game on.
I was there for that one.
Yeah, I
pub.
played against Dollar in that pub.
Yeah, he played against me for that one pub.
So
And
did we. Oh my god.
yeah, don't worry. Same thing happened in overtime again.
Who won the pub?
They did because we got to overtime, and the
Oh, yeah.
person, I'm not gonna say who, decided to juke instead of passing or just clearing it. Got it
Blenders.
stolen.
I strapped him.
So yeah, I'm not gonna say who, but that's what happened. So we lost twice in overtime against three of Guinness, and then also Isolate and Echo Bot and Echo something else. Echo 8 and Echo Bot. Yeah, no. Spaghetti vs. Guinness, that was a good game. It was really close that second round. And yeah.
All right, so we'll go ahead and
match.
push on to the next matchup. And this is going to be an A plus Ultra versus Spaghetti. Rich Spaghetti did take this one in 2. A good win there for those guys. And it looks like Dollar and Ryan both picking Ultra and Zenith picking Spaghetti.
Zenith has insider information.
Oh my god.
Thank you.
Wait, did he say in 2 as well? Did he
In
say
3.
in
He
2?
said Spaghetti in 3.
Okay. If he had it in 2, then we would know this whole thing was rigged.
Zenith is actually cheating.
I mean, I gotta give you a
I
couple
like
just to
Zenith,
fake it
though.
out. Yeah.
Zenith is much appreciated.
Zenith, give us your insider information.
Meatball, did you like the $20 I slid you before that match?
Hey Zenith, I'm gonna reach out to you for all my future prediction needs.
There were so many games that ended with a 1 goal difference in I'm just now realizing that. This one, the second round also ended with a 1-goal difference. It was a really close one. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, put Dollar over by himself, over by chat.
No, actually, what I did was I took I made a second widget so it'll show. So if you're watching the stream, right next to the chat window is now anybody who's speaking will show up there. That way, so we have the panelists on the left there visible, and then anyone actively chatting on the right there. That way, there's anyone watching can have a better idea as to who's talking and when. Damn. And because I was doing that, I wasn't actually ready for this next matchup, so I just need 2 seconds here. This is going to be Legends versus Instinct.
Hold on, let me pull it up on Beer.
Oh yeah.
I swear, if Zenith got this again.
Hold on, Legends versus Instinct and
Didn't
in
Instinct
36.
take it?
Instinct took it in 36-37. Was the fight.
Oh my! Wait, what
So-
did Zenith pick?
Instinct in 3.
Please.
And
Oh
all of
my
you
God.
picked Instinct. Dollar and Zenith Instinct in 3. Ryan Instinct in 2.
Let's go.
What is?
I knew that Legends would put up a slight fight here. I needed.
Garbage. What are your predictions?
I needed some points here. I collaborated with Zenith on some.
Dollar, you're gonna pass me. Don't do it, please.
I just don't want to be last. Sorry, Ryan. Yeah, I didn't see this one again.
Zenith's gonna double.
Palador casted it, so if he has anything to say on it, all I know is that both teams probably wouldn't have given up. They put up a good fight to it. Palador, do you have anything to add, considering that you're the one that casted this? I'm not sure if anyone watched it here.
I know I didn't watch it. I'm thinking this one was earlier in the week when I was either
Let me
practicing
check.
or.
Is
scrolling.
Last just
Talking
on
to one of the
Legends?
people
Or
on
no?
Legends.
It was on
they-
Wednesday.
They said they definitely think they could be beaten. Instinct.
Is
Legends
Legends?
just
Wait, is
picked
Last
up
year on
caption.
Legends? I thought Last year wasn't on Legends anymore.
Last year was not
He's-
anymore.
Yeah, I
He's
thought I
stuck.
updated. You know what? I think I updated that for the VRML cast, but I did not get that
Last
updated
Show
for
had to
this.
leave due to family issues, quote unquote.
That's unfortunate there.
So really, he did it so that like Dollar and I could get more points. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just want to say that's the game that started. What I do remember, it's the game that started what was I think 6 or 7 matches in a row, basically for North America that were all went to round 3 on Wednesday. That much I do remember, and it was close. Looking at it, it's only the 1 point differential between the two teams. As far as specifics, that particular one don't remember specifically because there were so many matches bunched up. But I do remember it was a good one, and the score says
Yeah,
so as well.
that was the day of sets of 3 for North America.
Oh yeah, I do remember that because
It was the day of 6.
I'm pretty sure Nova. We played both our games that
Caption
night.
replaced him.
Yep.
Shepard, to answer your question, Caption came in and replaced him.
Damn.
And I just realized that
As we see Andy W getting a 3-point shot, letting out his anger after that
shoot.
infinite game.
What the?
Nice.
That's the next
I mean,
up.
17 meter per second.
I mean, we saw Supreme juking earlier. He got
Supreme
he got
and
FK
Leo were
mailed.
2 queuing, so
Yeah, they were going against
they're
each
doing
other.
they're doing their boosting practices, whatever they're doing.
Wait,
Lucky
they're
you
going
played
against
for like
each
4
other.
matches in a row.
What? I
Yeah.
don't know what they're doing. I don't control their pub habits.
All right, so
That's some great practice.
we can push on now to this next matchup, which was Orbit versus There Is No Team. In which case, there was a mercy bet to Zenith, and there was a mercy. So Zenith picking up 3 points on this one. Everyone else was 2.
Can I just say I was extremely stressed out. The first match was 19-point differential, but we got the mercy in the second, so it's okay.
He was really pushing for it. He wanted that mercy.
Yeah, I do remember that because I remember you got really close to it. I think I casted this one. You guys got really close to it.
21.
And then they scored one and slowed you guys down to stop that mercy in that first round. So I remember I was commenting, it was well done to them because I was like, they did a really good job of stuffing you guys and stopping that mercy in that first round, but they weren't able to stop it in that second round.
You see, Zenith had inside information. I think we actually tried to dissuade him from keeping that mercy bet up, and he kept it anyways. Insider information.
Yeah, 100%. I paid off White Dragon.
Andy's team lost another pub. Rip, dude.
Oh god.
Hey, Supreme and Leo on the same team again. Wait, Link is there too.
All right, so we can
about to lap you guys.
we can push on to the next one, and this was Milk versus Infinite. Infinite did take this one in 3. So Milk getting a victory, a round on Infinite, which is notable. But you all picked Infinite in 2. So 1 point apiece, everybody.
It was super close there. That first round was super close.
I mean, if you look at the overall point distribution, it's not very close. But round 1 was 12.
Oh yeah, I said the first round was very close.
Yeah.
I think it was I think Andy had said they started. Palador had said that that's the match that you want to watch if you want to see what Milk can do, especially the first round. And I think Andy had said they were capitalizing on all of Infinite's mistakes for that first round. Eventually, Infinite managed to get around it, but that first round, I think it was Andy who had said that they were making mistakes and Milk was capitalizing on every.
Milk's rollouts and passing was sick in that game. That's all I'm gonna say. In that first round, that was kind of the example I was talking about of what they can do when they're on, and they definitely showed it. But then round 2 and 3, it was Infinite being Infinite, of course, and they took it away. But Milk still, as I was I talked about with Dimmy, I think, along with a handful of other teams, are one of those that are kind of, despite being high ranking. Like currently, they're 9th place. I mean, gold division. Probably one of the least talked about gold teams, all things considered. But I think they should be talked about a little bit more because they have shown some nice signs.
On that note, too many gold teams. NA. Am I the only one?
Yeah, there are. I think there
are too many gold teams.
9.
It extends all the way down to 10. There's 4 master ranked, so 6 gold tier teams at the moment.
Yeah, 6 gold, 5 silver. I mean,
it feels a little heavy. It's because of it's the effect of EU because it's actually worldwide how they do that. But because so many of the EU have fallen down under the gold based on those MMR differentials, it forced well, I shouldn't say forced, but it caused 1 or 2 more NA teams to pick up those gold ranks. Then seems like maybe it should.
Maybe something we can split in the future. Hadn't really thought about that too much before, but yeah, that's true.
Anyway, yeah, it's just something I noticed. It only started happening in the last week or 2. It just stuck out to me. But I yeah, okay. So we'll push on now that I killed the conversation. We'll push on to the next matchup here between Instinct versus Flare. Flare to take this one in 2, and everybody picking Flare in 2. And I did not get to watch this game. I don't remember why.
Well, here I have the scores here: 15-33. Yeah, 2 rounds. The first round was a 2-point difference. Second round was when Flare took the lead.
And Instinct is a really strong team. They scorched their way up the leaderboard and pushed their way up in a proper gold rank. And they definitely earned that. And so it doesn't surprise me that they had a really close game against a team like Flare.
One of the things that is consistent, I've noticed with Instinct, as far as if you can address a specific issue, they get in these stretches where they really have a hard time clearing. That's really been almost a running theme because otherwise, yeah, very talented team. They have 2 incredible defenders there and in the goal between Kavici and Cruz, and especially, but the clears very hard time at times over some of their recent games, just getting it through.
Game.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I was about to say that was the game.
That was the game.
That was the game.
That was the game.
I mean, I would say it's one of the game because he had there was another, I can't remember, it was a game last week. I don't remember which one. Was it Flare and Kang where he just caught fire and was nailing empty net threes one after another. It was ridiculous. I remember. I'm pretty sure I casted that one, and it was just stupid. I think that's when I started saying stupid. Was that game? That first game. We'll go ahead and push on into the next matchup here, and this is Illuminati versus Flare, in which Illuminati took this one in 2, and there was a mercy bet on this one.
Ryan,
pretty sad.
I remember this. Ryan was expecting.
I thought Flare's been on a roll. Okay, listen, Flare's been. I just thought Flare was about to end them. I just thought Flare was about to end them. Apparently not.
Felt wrong.
So it looks like nobody
Not
gets any
even
points on
doing
this one, and Ryan gets deducted a point.
Tiller, don't do it, please.
Hey, don't worry. I said Flair, so you're only tied with me. Welcome to the bottom.
Welcome
We're
to the
happy
bottom.
to have you. Welcome to the bottom. We're happy to have
Zenith
you.
is too far ahead.
Okay, well I can't lose any more
Best of
points
luck.
anymore, so we're okay.
How close am I to Toast?
To Toast score, his score was 31. You're at 29
beat
right
that.
now. So
Dude, too easy. Toast
What's
is
the
not bad.
highest score? What's the highest
31.
score there been? Oh.
And
31?
we have, I think it's 31. Let me check real quick. Yeah, the highest score is
From who?
That's- Zenith
31
could pass the highest
from
score.
Toast.
Oh my god.
From Toast. And then second place, B-Love with 28. Also, yeah, B-Love with
Don't do it,
28.
Zenith.
So yeah,
Oh, I only
right
got 25. Oh.
Yeah, you only got 25. So right now, Zenith is
barely in front of
already
Ryan. That
in
sucks.
second. Zenith is already
I
in
want to
second.
point out, I got robbed one match because it was already played that night. So I have a bone to pick. I should be second place.
Well, not only that, but this week we actually did 21 games because there were because of there's more teams being added every week. There were 9 games I was gonna have to cut out, and I got to 8, and I was like, I can't do anymore. Like this is just there's too many good games I'm gonna have to cut out if I keep cutting. And
this is the only leaderboard I can chase these days, so I got to defend it one of these days. I'm coming back and
yeah,
I'm gonna
so
get that 30.
Zenith not just on fire, but also with a 1-game advantage over anybody else.
But yeah, no. Also, we have quite a few games left to go, so that without
We have
a
a
doubt,
couple.
Zenith is
Hopefully
about
I
to
didn't get
take
them all
first.
wrong.
Well, the thing is, I
This is
highly
boring.
doubt you are. There's 5 matches left, and none of them are cut. So
All right, I'll do my best.
let's
I
see
know
how
I got
high
one
you can
match
get
that's
this.
good.
All right,
Let's
so
see how high.
we'll use that to push on to the next one, and that is Orbit versus Illuminati, in which Illuminati did take this in 2, and everybody picking Illuminati, but Dollar Ryan in 2, Zenith in 3.
Easy.
Zenith had
Zenith,
faith.
you gotta have some
You're so
confidence
bad,
in
dude.
He had the
yourself.
faith.
You had the mercy bet earlier, but then you didn't back this one up with 2. Oh wait, never
He
mind.
backed it up with the 3.
Tiller, why didn't you pick
Yeah,
3? Now
I'm not
again.
thinking. Yeah, I'm not thinking. Yeah, no.
Yeah, buddy.
You know, it was one of those games. We played well. It was really fun, actually. But, just, Blenders might have missed QB twice. Some other mistakes.
So it's blenders.
No, not just
I think there was
Let's
just a lot
start
of
some
rush,
drama.
like passing. Like I feel like you had like so much time, and then you just like threw it immediately. I was like, what?
Mhm.
It's kind of weird, but still a good game.
Something like that, yeah.
And
Oh,
the animal,
there's some clean moments, some good
also
plays,
known
but-
as Shepard in chat, saying "Rip Orbit," and yes, I agree. This is the end
Shepard,
of
you're not even on
Orbit.
a team. I don't want to hear it.
Oh shit!
Don't
Damn,
push Shepard
what
like
the-
that.
Rip
That
Shepard?
that was a deep cut there. I think maybe possibly.
It's not very nice.
How dare you?
No hate Shepard, but
You try to show
Yeah,
your
when I
tolerance just to get
when I
into it.
encourage shade, it's usually jocular shade, fun shade, the kind of shade we can all get behind. Not the kind that makes you write home and reminds your mother, tell your mother that you love her. That was
Strim
harsh.
just went.
That was
Strim just went live. We should
wait,
go over him
everybody
playing
wants to know
Tarkon.
instead.
Oh, he's gonna
Yeah.
be shaving his head.
He's shaving his
dude.
whole entire
Everyone
head.
watch-
Oh,
everyone
Wait,
watch-
he's shaving his head? I gotta put this
Yeah.
up in the background.
Okay,
Hold on a
everybody
second.
get off this stream.
This
This
is
stream's
not
No,
Oh
no.
no!
Put this on in the background.
What is he doing? He's
We have to
killing me.
finish-
Get him in
we
here!
have to
Somebody
finish
get him in
fast.
here!
Somebody stop
We gotta
him,
get
dude.
Sherman here. He's destroying himself.
No.
I'll tell him to wait
he
until
needs to
Echo Forward
stop.
and pass.
Oh,
Yeah, we only have like
I'll be
3
right
matches
back.
left. Someone
He
tell
said
him to
no.
hold
Alright,
off.
let's get him through.
Let's
Let's go.
hurry
Let's
up.
go. Let's go.
We gotta go
He said no.
speedy.
Go quick.
His
We're
stream
going,
is
we're
like
going,
a
I'm-
beauty and body art.
Oh my god!
Let's go.
All right,
The
so
end of the
we'll
stream,
push
what the
on
fuck?
now to Milk
Oh, the
versus
end of the
Joker.
stream.
Joker
He
did
ended
take
it?
this one
Yeah.
in 2. Oh, good.
Wait, what are we doing? Oh,
Yeah,
Joker,
we can
yeah,
have
easy.
him win.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Joker
Joker
taking
in
this one in
2.
2. Everyone
Hey.
picking Joker in 2, so that's 2 points apiece to
Yes,
everybody.
sir.
We followed Ryan with this one. Ryan.
We almost lost the second round, but
I'm above the coast. Let's go.
Yeah,
Finally
Zenith
beat
just
him.
took first. Here, we just need to make sure that we
I think I
pass.
get second. I think I get second place, Tiller. It's over for you. I win. The next match is
Oh yeah, the next one. Oh yeah, Ryan took second.
Hold on. I'm almost to it. I'm trying to go fast, guys. All right, so we got Joker versus Kang. This is our penultimate match of the week. Joker, in which Joker, very notably taking this one in 2. I'd said before we started here. So Joker has beaten every team they faced in 2 games except Kangarillas, who's the only team to beat them during the season and the only team to force them to 3 games. So not only did Team Joker beat Kangarillas in this game, but they beat them in 2. So a really notable victory here for the boys on Joker.
Unbelievable, Ryan.
I got out 1 minute before this game started, so I mean, I didn't know what was gonna happen. It's a good game.
He's playing Tarkov now. What the hell?
He is going through a midlife
he's shaving right now.
He's
back live.
baiting viewers, dude.
Yeah, he's definitely not.
Wait, did we all pick? Wait, no. I thought I was the only one that picked Joker.
Oh yeah, he is shaving.
Nope, you all picked Joker in 2, according to my joke. According to my...
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm sorry. You're right. You were Dollar picked Joker in 2. Ryan and Zenith picking Joker in 3. Oh no, I got this all wrong. Ryan picked Kang in 3. No, Ryan, you picked Kang. No, I don't think so, man. Did he?
It's in the VOD. It's in the VOD. I still it to you.
Okay.
I switched it to Joker.
All right, so Zenith is actually deduct a point from Zenith here, and I will do that in just a moment as I am lining up our last matchup here, which was the last matchup on the week. I did skip it in the order because it was the last matchup on the week. And oh no, my right now Updeck wants to disconnect on me, so just give me 1 second. I don't know if you guys want to yell a bit more about anything else.
Yeah.
Which games were cut again?
Dude,
Yeah, he's shaving it off, dude.
Oh god,
dude.
what's up with
this?
it?
Is not okay.
His midlife crisis is really getting to him.
Why is he shaving his head?
His midlife crisis.
Is this did he happen to read what's that the book about the VR and they made the movie out of it? What was that called?
Wait a minute.
Ready Player One. Did he read that recently? Because that's what they were doing in that movie because it was convenient for playing in VR. But this is our last match here, Infinite versus Kangarillas. Kang taking this one in 3. Everybody picking Kang in 3, so 2 points piece to everybody.
Too easy.
So I should have 1 more point than Diller, so I get second Diller. It's too.
There you go.
Too easy.
Wait a second.
No, Dollar picked Joker in 2. No, this is all correct.
Yeah.
Joker.
This is the final tally.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is the final tally, 26 apiece. The Dollar and Rhino tying it there for second place, and Zenith picking up 35 points here. Is that the record now?
Time, I think.
Oh,
That's the new record. It is beating out Late Toast who had 31. So yeah, because everyone's really interested to get to that Shrem stream, I won't hold us for too much longer.
We have to go.
So yeah, thank you everybody for joining. Thank you Dollar Ryan and Zenith,
no problem.
the panel for being here. Thank you everybody else for joining us. Isolate's been here, hasn't spoken up much. Aaron Knight was here, he didn't speak up much. Meatballer was here, Kong was here, Jaywalker was here, Mojolly was here, a whole bunch of people were here. Palador was here as well. So thank you everybody for joining. Thank you everybody for participating. This was a weekly Echo. We will be back tomorrow, Monday, for the Forward Echo to do this all over again. So yeah, have a good night. Wash your hands. Stay 6 feet away from everybody. And yeah, have a good night.